Whew. All right, everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another edition of Ryan Runs Boulder. I'm Ryan Lawrence at eXp Realty, and we are in Dakota Ridge. So that's the very north end of Boulder here. It is bordered by Highway 36, which will take you north to Lyons and Rocky Mountain National Park. If you go to the south, that'll take you through downtown Boulder and off to Denver. And then you also have Broadway here, which takes you down to Pearl Street Mall, the Colorado campus, all kinds of things. So there's also lots of trails, which we're going to get into later, so we'll show you that at the end of the video. But first, we'll talk to you about the actual housing options that are here. This is similar to the Holiday neighborhood in that it has a whole mix of housing types. So you have the condos, townhouses, single-family homes. There are affordable housing options in here as well, so we'll discuss some of those. But for now, let's get walking. The first part of the tour, we're going to be showing off the condo kind of section of Dakota Ridge. So these are all the buildings behind me here. There's another phase that's a little newer that's kind of there, but sort of this whole first few blocks of Dakota Ridge is the condos. So in terms of recent sales, we did have 1001 Laramie, Unit A, so that's in one of these buildings here. That was 690 square feet, one bed, one bath, built in 2002, and that one was market rate. That sold for $399,800 in January 2024. And just for the sake of comparison, I know we've talked about the affordable housing program before. Recent sales in this same complex that were in the affordable housing, 960 Laramie, number A, Unit A, and 960 Laramie, Unit D. Those both sold recently. Unit A sold in August 2023 for $256,000, and that was actually 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. So significantly larger, more beds, more baths, and roughly $150,000 less than the market rate. So pretty crazy. There's also, 960 Unit D that sold October 2023 for $213,000. That was a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,190 square feet. All right, so at the beginning of the video, maybe you could hear the highway noise just a little bit. The great thing about this neighborhood is that as you get up just a couple blocks away, we're only 2 blocks away, you can barely hear the traffic now. And you'll start to see we have sidewalks and paths running all over the neighborhood. So there's lots of recreation options just within the neighborhood itself, and then we'll show you how those all connect. But first I'll show you one of the cool, there's sort of cut-throughs all over that'll take you to other streets without having to walk on the street, and we'll show you one straight ahead here. So we took that cut through, and here we are now on the open space. So this is the city limit of Boulder to the north, and we'll show you out here. But yeah, there's a trailhead there, and I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head right now, but that trail connects through all kinds of trails to the east, and eventually connects to the Boulder Reservoir trail system. So you have all kinds of things all around there, 20 plus miles of trails on dirt, and we'll show you more later. So we'll head up along the edge here. The other cool thing about Dakota Ridge is the fact that it's bordered by open space all along the west edge of it and the north edge. So we're going to show you that interface between the open space and the neighborhood now. All right, pretty nice walk up here, huh? Lots of pretty open space. So we're at 2nd and Denver, which is the northwest corner of Dakota Ridge. And from this spot, you can access the hiking trails I was talking about. There is a loop. It's basically a lollipop kind of thing that goes up here, curls around, goes to the top of that, comes back around, and that takes roughly an hour from here. So that's a great hiking option right from the neighborhood. And then, like I said earlier, it connects to all of the trails. There's tons that go to the north. There's actually a new one coming called the North Sky project that's supposed to be opening summer of 2024, and that's gonna go, it's gonna be multiple miles to the north. It'll connect to Joder Ranch, and that's really great. The other trails then that go under Highway 36 here and head to the kind of the north and the east, those go all the way to Boulder Res, but yeah, miles and miles of trail options out that way. All right, so the other kind of housing type we wanted to talk about in Dakota Ridge is the townhouses. So in this block right here, it's actually the blue one that is hidden right behind the tree. That was a recent sale. That one is 5111 5th Street, and that's 2,580 finished square feet. That was built in 2003. That's a 3-bed, 5-bath. That sold in November of 2023 for $1.145 million. So yeah, there's lots of these townhouses around here. They all have a 2-car garage, which is really great. They are, I think, all 4 stories. So they have a basement, main level entry, and then they have a 2nd and a 3rd floor. And I believe there's balconies on almost all of the levels too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so we have one there, and we'll show you more in a second. Yeah, so you can see more along here, going down Laramie, another cluster down there. Yeah, I would say there's probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 of these blocks of townhouses, so definitely very cool. The next part that a lot of them border is the Dakota Ridge Park right here. So we'll take you on a nice walk through that. So there we go, a little taste of Dakota Ridge Park. Yeah, they've got the great playground there, and as you can see, just like stunning views of the foothills all around us. I would say in this neighborhood, there's definitely a lot of kids, so it's a great option if you're raising a family. There's lots of kids around here, and yeah, they have a lot of cool amenities. You saw the swings and all those kinds of things. They do have this little concrete pad that we learned is sort of, you can sort of learn to like skateboard and stuff there, which is kind of cool. And then they do have a little rock wall there as well. So now we're gonna head and show you the other park in the neighborhood, as well as the single family home options nearby. So here we go. This brings us to our last housing type we want to talk about. So single family homes, I'd say that's roughly half of the whole neighborhood. And here we wanted to show you 4840 6th Street. This was one of the most recent sales. This sold February 2024 for $2.305 million. It's a 5-bed, 4-bath home built in 2002. It is 4,786 finished square feet. A lot of the single family homes in the neighborhood, I would say this is probably in the middle to high. There's a fair amount that are cheaper, but there's also a lot that are this price, and then a lot that are more on the edge near the open space we saw. A lot of those are over $3 million. So yeah, definitely a pretty expensive neighborhood in the city. But that being said, you have so much great trail access, and it's just really pretty up here. All right, well, in addition to Dakota Ridge Park, the big park, we do have another one that's kind of an HOA only park. The other one is run by the city. This is operated by the HOA itself, so this is technically a private park, but this one is pretty nice too. So you got your basketball courts, your playground, your gazebo, and again, you can see the mountains, and it's really great. So now we're gonna show you the last thing, the community center. All right, for the finale, Dakota Ridge also features a community building here that I believe is free. It just requires a security deposit, and if you behave, you get the money back. So, but yeah, that's a great amenity here. They also have this nice landscaping, and they have a nice fire pit. And actually, my hands are feeling a little cold, so let's go warm our hands by the fire. I'm kidding. It's not on right now, but Yeah, so that concludes our tour of Dakota Ridge. So it's a really special part of the city in North Boulder. So if you're interested or have any questions about it, call or text me or email me and let me know. And yeah, just speaking of community, yeah, if you're interested in the Boulder community at all, any questions about it, let me know. If you liked what you saw, make sure to click the like button, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and we'll talk to you soon.